directions?
No. It's for losers.
Okay. But I need to
Stupid
know
question number one. The number one place people miss is like right here.
That feels new. I'm gonna go out into the world a more tan person.
If you've ever had any questions about self-tanner that you're too embarrassed to ask, this is the video for you. Colleen and I are here as seasoned self-tanners with Elyse, who is our newbie, never before has used a self-tanning mousse, and she is going to ask all the stupid, embarrassing questions that you've always been too ashamed to ask so you can retain your dignity. Taking one for the team.
Yeah, no problem.
I have everything here that Elyse could possibly need to tan her entire body and face, and we're just kind of gonna let her go for it and see what comes out of her mouth.
See what happens.
There's no one right way to do anything. And here's your tanning mitt. I got her the 10% mousse. If you're new to tanning at all, you should always start with our 10% mousse because GlowPro is professional strength and 14% DHA is the maximum amount of DHA that your skin can absorb. We only recommend that for seasoned tanners. Colleen and I use that. But
Seasoned.
the 10% DHA is still 3 to 4 times stronger than like average drugstore tanners that you're getting, so you're still definitely getting a dark tan. Don't be afraid. Not afraid.
So like, do I shake it? Does it just come out?
Okay, do you shake it? You don't have to. You can shake it if you want because mainly shaking it's going to distribute the instant bronzer more evenly.
Okay.
Which is a superficial thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's your color guide. It's going to rinse off.
It's
once you
super
get out of the
helpful
shower.
to use. Yeah.
That's how many pumps?
Just give it a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the example of stupid questions we were talking about.
Well, I don't know.
Try two. See how that
Okay.
feels.
Yeah, see where
Can I
that
just
gets
go
you.
for it?
Go for it.
Okay. All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, I wouldn't go that hard down onto your hand right there. Right
Okay.
away, though.
Good to know.
Go
And then
light on the elbow.
light. Okay. I didn't get like any on the inside. I didn't get like.
Okay, then
Get some more pumps in there.
Yeah, that's what it's there for. Colleen and I will start joining you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are doing it too.
Yeah.
Good.
So I guess I put 3 pumps on
I guess
for
I
my
do too.
arm.
Yeah.
We're like, there's no answer.
What about like how close do you get? Just do like the outside of your arm. Do you do in it also?
Is your mitt kind of dry?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, like you don't have like active like mousse on it.
No.
Just go like, I go up and around. So you're gonna have less product, so it's gonna be like feathering it out. So you'll get some.
Do my armpit a little.
You
too.
do?
Yeah. They get really white. Listen. if I lift my arms up, I'm gonna have super
You
white
wanna
armpits. So I do it lightly over my armpit without deodorant on.
You're not gonna put mousse directly onto your fingers or the top of your hand ever.
Okay.
I want you to get to the point where you have like a dry mitt, which basically means there's no active mousse on your product, just kind of feels a little damp from the leftover, and that's what I want her to go over her hands with.
And then, so is the foot rule the same as the hand rule?
Yes, the foot rule is the same as the hand rule, but you're gonna wanna be a little bit more careful of dry areas on your foot, like your ankles, and especially like the back of your ankle where it's a joint point, so that there's like more skin there and it flexes and condenses. Those areas tend to look darker.
Okay.
And our feet are just normally drier in general. So yeah, I'm using, to go over my hands, just the dry mitt of what I had from before. And I just go up and down every single finger pretty much to get it, because there's really not a lot on my mitt at all. And I don't do washing my hands after or anything. Now, if you did like you did the first time and you put a whole, like a little half pump on, I'd probably wash my hands after that, like once I was done applying, so that you got rid of some of it. So whenever you're tanning, you do not have to do a full body tan if you don't want to. Some people only tan the parts showing, some people tan head to toe the whole time. I normally only do the parts showing.
I do head to toe every time.
Really?
Yeah. Every time.
I mean, that's definitely what looks better. I'm the lazy one, even though, it's the same dry mitt kind of thing. Whenever there's not a lot left on your mitt, is whenever you're gonna start feathering into the less known areas.
Yeah.
A light rub.
So like if I'm doing my upper leg, I do it and then kind of like feather up.
Just bring a little up. It's like a natural
Yeah.
fade is what it gives you.
Yeah.
So yeah, your chest would normally tan or the color will develop a little bit lighter than the rest of your body. So that might even be an area that you want to do 2 coats on sometimes.
Okay.
Just because the skin's thinner there, so where you have thicker skin, the color develops the most because it can absorb it more.
And what about your neck?
I usually do like more coats right here, like because it seems like this area always stays kind of white too, so I do more here, and then just also kind of feather up in my neck.
So do you use mousse on your neck, or do you use facial stuff?
Mousse on my neck and only facial stuff on my face.
I can go either way.
Okay.
I normally kind of do a little bit of both, I guess. Instead, like I'll feather up with this, and then I'll go in and I'll like drag down for like a meeting point.
And then you don't do your ears?
I don't do my ears.
I don't do my ears.
If neither of you do them, then I will.
I like, when I'm putting the facial tanner on, I kind of go to this area.
Okay, so you don't leave them
be.
No, you blend it into the hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
But not like my actual ears.
Yeah, the theme of self-tanning is like blending.
How to do your back when you can't reach all the parts of your back.
Okay, so this is the easiest trick for it. You take a hairbrush in your same tanning mitt, and you're going to slide it over. And Elyse has a big hairbrush, so you actually, this is gonna stay on here on its own, but normally I would take like a hair tie and tie it around the bottom if it was a smaller brush. So you're going to use this, kind of like you would a back scrubber. You're gonna pump your mousse onto it.
Oh geez.
And like you can get in.
Oh God. Okay, so I have my little brush. 2 pumps seems to be my thing. Or is that too many?
No, you can go with that. On this, I would spread it out a little bit more instead of doing them on top of each other.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's see if I can reach it.
Okay.
Wait, do you go from under or do you go over?
Since you're wearing a shirt, I would go from over. But like if you were naked in your own bathroom, I would probably start from under.
It's so awkward. Okay.
I feel like I go over on the same side. Like if
I
you're
do
gonna
too.
reach behind you.
There you go.
What's the difference?
Just get more range
a
of
lot more
motion.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your little arms weren't making it very
I feel like
far.
I can't reach all the way down here.
Well, that's whenever you can go back in.
From the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like I got a lot of it. This side I just can't reach the other way.
You can't.
I just can't reach it.
And I use one of those long back things
Yeah.
to kind of like go back over and make sure I get it like evened out.
That one definitely, we have those on the website too. Back applicator mitts, which are basically like long strips of the same velvet material that you can put it on and shimmy back and forth. So to tan your face, you have 2 different options. This is a facial tanning serum. Colleen, you use this one, right? These are the facial tanning drops. These are actually the only other tanning product that Elyse has ever used.
Ever?
So she's a little seasoned with them.
We're friends, this one and I.
Yeah. Now, do you mix your drops on your fingertips or in your palm?
Usually on my finger.
I mix mine in my fingertips too, but normally if people have like more trouble with it, they mix it in their
Take a
palms.
little dab, and first I spread it out a little bit.
Yes, that'll protect your fingers and keep them from getting really orange.
And then, can you give me some drops now that I'm...
How would you do it if I wasn't here?
I usually only put it on one hand first, and then I'll like wipe the other one, or...
So what I do is I open my bottle, so like
Oh yeah, I have
my
it open
cap
first.
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I spread it on both hands and I kind of just like pick it up with one finger.
Okay.
How many do you normally use?
I usually use like 3 little drops.
Okay.
Yeah, what's gonna come out is gonna be kind of dependent on how hard you squeeze it. So like drops is a very subjective term.
And then I make sure to kind of like get all over the place first. And then I
Even spreading out. So the other thing that's important with the drops is it's gonna make your moisturizer like more. Like since you're adding volume to it and it's liquid, you're going to need less moisturizer than you normally would to cover your whole face.
Yeah.
And tell us what you've learned before in your trials with this.
I've learned that if I do get a lot on my fingers, to wash them right away. Because the next day I had brown fingers, or like brown cuticles at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That happens to the best of us though.
If I did need to like shower before I left the house, like when is that a safe space? And also like when is it a safe space to like put clothes on or like have something like rub up against your skin?
So you probably want to give it, like if you're tanning naked, 2 to 3 minutes to let it dry. I definitely err on the shorter side of that. Like I'm 30 seconds and I'm dressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's like the formal answer is like you want to
With like a white
dry.
shirt on, you would put a white shirt on after 2 minutes.
Probably not a white shirt.
I don't usually wear white until after I rinse.
The instant
do the
bronzer.
rinse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can get redressed. I would just put on something that's like looser.
Okay.
Like if you had tanned your whole body, I would put these shorts back on.
Okay.
Because mainly it's the contact with fabric that's really tight can absorb some of the tan instead of like putting it in your skin. And like if there are seams that really dig in, like you can get little lines there and stuff.
Okay.
Other than that, like once you rinse off the instant bronzer, you don't have to worry about transfer onto clothes or anything.
Okay.
And you can shower after 8 hours. You can shower before that if you want to, but the color is not going to develop deep. You have to shower before the 8 hours, and you want to maximize the color development. Then whenever you take a shower, you're just going to want to like rinse and just get your special parts.
It's not a good full body scrub.
Yeah, like just use soap on anywhere that might stink.
Okay.
Be more prone to odor development. And then, yeah, leave everywhere else like just as a rinse.
Like how many days after should I wait to do it again?
People ask that question whenever you want.
Whenever you feel like you want to be tanner.
But like when will it be fully developed enough that I would know if I want to do it again sooner?
I mean, within 24 hours definitely, but probably after like 10, 12 hours. So actually if you want to build and like layer your self tanner, then applying it like a day in between is better than doing like 2 applications right on top of each other.
Okay.
Because you're getting like a little bit of fresh skin cells that can absorb more tanner every time.
Okay, that makes sense. It's definitely not like as intimidating as I thought.
Right?
Yeah,
It's not that
it's
scary.
No,
It's not that scary. If Elyse missed any of your questions, then drop them in the comment box below and we will get back to them. We also have tons of in-depth videos on any specific questions that you might have. And if you're unsure where to start with self-tanner, I always recommend you start with a 10% DHA. If you're a more seasoned self-tanner, then there is a tanning quiz available on our website that will help choose the perfect products for you for your face and your body.
Thanks for watching.